Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Well, hello, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Jim.
I'm Asa.
And we are your astute wind counselors here to solve any daily problems or weekly grind issues that you need addressed. And, well, our first winner here has got a pretty interesting issue, something I've never really even heard of. A guy comes into the bar and gets bamboozled to buy a bunch of splits of champagne by a female temptress. Should he or should he not continue to sell these champagne splits to this person only because he's being tempted by this woman?
The bar owner. This is a predicament from the bar owner. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where they can up the bar sales, but on the same token, there's a morality play. Should he fall for it and continue to spend all his money on champagne he probably doesn't want to drink?
Right, this guy is kind of being taken advantage of.
Yeah, you could see it that way, or you could see it as just good business and good marketing practice.
I'm sorry. I need a little clarification here.
Okay.
The bar owner is being tempted into buying way more.
No, there's a patron.
There's a patron, yeah.
Who's being tempted by a temptress.
Yes.
To buy all these
champagne splits in order to essentially impress the temptress, I think, to make her think that he's got a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. And so the bartender himself is getting his sales increased significantly, which he normally wouldn't have, and the guy is bleeding himself dry financially, probably.
Oh.
Yeah. Only to try to make a positive impression on the temptress, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Well, winner, I'll take the pragmatic approach here, possibly. I would say, if the guy's going to open up his wallet and continue to buy splits of champagne in order to impress the temptress, then you really can't stop him to do that. He has the free choice and liberty to do so. On the same token, he has to learn some restraint on whether or not he should continue to do so until his credit card is maxed out. So I would say, as sitting behind the bar, let the chips fall where they may, and that's not your responsibility, honestly, as long as the guy's not getting too intoxicated and there's no problems going on.
I would say, if this is really a personal kind of dilemma, then, it sounds like you could turn this situation to work for this guy who's buying all this champagne, by maybe, banning the temptress from the bar, and instead hiring this guy to be a temptress. Have him dress up in drag, wax his brows, and get him all dolled up, give him a nice dress, and then maybe give him a bar tab, as part of his employment.
I mean, but then you're talking about potential additional costs, like maybe sex realignment surgery. Because I'm sure this temptress must be pretty attractive to get this guy to continue to buy all this champagne.
It's an investment for sure.
Yeah.
Well, attractiveness is a sliding scale when compared to the drunkenness of the beholder as well. But I could be honest, I think you guys are approaching this completely wrong. And I think the bar owner should get more temptry. Temptresses? Temptry. And
temptresses. You just said it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
it.
So it's not temptry. I think it's probably, yeah.
Well, either way, he needs more people in there to take advantage of poor saps who are willing to just shell out money hand over fist in hopes of impressing a woman.
So, I mean, are you thinking he should structure the whole bar around this philosophy in order to maximize profits?
I think there comes a point of diminishing returns where you have too many temptry in the bar, and then it becomes obvious.
Temptresses.
Okay. When you have too many temptresses in the bar, and then it becomes obvious what's going on. So I think the bar owner should just seed maybe 2 to 4 temptrin around the bar. Okay. Whatever you say.
Yeah, this is what everybody says.
Temptresses?
Temptresses.
Temptresses.
Yes.
I just say have a couple, 5 or 6 temptrin around the bar, and then just, make that money. Get that paper.
Well, winner, I think you've got a couple choices here you might want to consider, but I would say that was a pretty complicated, convoluted answer there by Jim. Maybe kind of lean towards the lines of Asa and I and just continue to do your thing behind the bar and see what happens.
Unless you want to make money. Just throwing that out there.
Well, money's already being made. It seems like there's a moral quandary as to how this money is being taken in.
Yeah, but the amount of money that is being made scales directly with the number of temptrin that are in the bar.
Temptresses.
Okay.
Why temptrin?
What are temptrin? What are temptri?
Where does this suffix come from?
Well, it's like the plural of box is boxen.
Okay.
No, it's boxes.
And what about the try?
What kind of English are you speaking?
Are you speaking Spanglish?
I don't think you guys know what you're talking about.
Is this the Queen's English?
Is this
Yes.
boxen?
Yes.
okay?
Temptrin.
Temptrin.
All right, I can see that.
That sounds interesting. Let's make a new rendition of that word. Yeah, let's do temptrin. I like that. Okay, Jim.
You are welcome, English speakers the world over.
Okay. Well, today that's all the time we have. We've only got one question and piece of advice, and then, of course, normally this would cost you probably $85 for that advice. So, winners, you should be proud and take it as you may. After this, we're going to have one more closing thought to get you through the rest of your week and your enjoyable Memorial Day weekend with Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
For all you happy Leos out there, rejoice in the fact that you're not working today. Today is a Monday, and today you should be just getting home from work, maybe had a horrible time in traffic, maybe cussed and had a little bit of road rage along the way, and spilled your Starbucks coffee all over your lap, and then said, wow, what was I doing? But you didn't, because you're a happy Leo, and today is Memorial Day. You had the day off to barbecue. You had the day off to play around with the kids. You had the day to do whatever you want, or maybe even sleep in because you drank too much last night. Well, take solace in that fact, happy Leo, and be happy the rest of the week. And thank you so much for listening to Horoscope Corner.
Thanks for listening to Win on KZKO. Don't forget to interact with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. See you next week.